Yes.
Let's go. We're going live. And we're live. Hello, everyone. And welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to talk about Outschool, recapping the town hall. But we thought it would be a little bit fun. We're all kind of a little festive today. I was just at an ugly sweater meetup, so I figured I would keep it on. And you guys, you know what's funny? I asked my husband, I'm like, should I just keep this on? And he's like, why wouldn't you? And I'm like, because they're upside down. So I've been wearing this all morning. He's like, oh, I didn't even notice.
Men, sorry. Nope.
So hey guys, thanks for coming. You want to introduce yourself? Say hello.
Well, Rebekah has somebody cute. Do you want to introduce her, Rebekah? Or him?
Her. Hi, Victoria. She's so cute.
This is my youngest daughter. She likes to join us when we do things like this. And plus she was quiet during the meetup. So now we're here. She's like one of the reasons why I do Outschool. She and my other daughter, because then I can stay home with them. So yeah, I teach VIP Kid in the morning as well as some other companies. And then I do Outschool during the day.
Awesome.
In her nap time. Right now is not her nap time, but I do it during her nap time.
You're so good. She's got it like strategically spread out her schedule, so
everything's timed out almost to the T. Now I gotta get a schedule in.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 naps per day, so I can teach 2 or so classes per day.
You're good, girl. I don't know how you do it.
No, because I'm in the same wagon as Kasey because I don't have kids at home anymore.
I know. Are they gonna be able to visit you for the holidays or?
Yeah, so I say I don't have them home. My one is home from college for the break. And then my other son that is in Pensacola, this will be his first vacation since he started in the military last December.
Wow.
So he is getting to come home. He hasn't even seen where we live yet. That's kind of
right.
Weird. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, this will be our first one without our kids. So yeah. I'm like, we got to make it something new. We're going to start a new tradition, but we have a new puppy. So
yes.
All right. Well, let's get started right away. There were 4 speakers at the town hall meeting. And the first thing was, why have a town hall meeting? And I thought that was great to start with, because why would you have a town hall meeting, right? You want to have them as a get together, and it helps to squash any rumors that are going around. I don't know if you've seen any on Facebook and even with different companies. So having a monthly town hall meeting just helps people to be in the know. And I think it's very smart of them to do them every month. So we have a couple of topics that they talked about. Gift cards, learner spaces, teacher IDs. Instead of going all through them, let's just pick somebody. Anybody want to go first with their topic? Hey, Cindy Bennett. Paige?
You want me to go?
Sure.
I think Rebekah's still dealing a little bit over there. So no, that's good. So I am talking mainly about ongoing classes, and they really stress that they are really taking off on Outschool. And when we all start, we're encouraged or we're asked to start with a one-time class. So most of us become comfortable teaching a one-time class, which one-time classes are necessary. It allows families to kind of build who you are, get to know you a little bit. But an ongoing class can be a one-time class too, because kids can jump in and out. So it's a way for them to get to know you. And I will tell you, if you are not doing ongoing classes, you are completely missing out, because after the summer, I started adding ongoing classes. In the summer, I didn't do ongoing classes just because my schedule itself was really crazy and I couldn't guarantee each week what I would be doing. So I was doing one-time classes. But once I added ongoing classes, my weekly income like doubled, sometimes tripled. So the one thing I wanted to add about that too, though, and they talked about this, if you have an ongoing class that potentially had an end date, don't end it. keep adding new classes. I see Rebekah shaking her head. Yes, no.
Recycle. Go back to the beginning.
Recycle. And I made that mistake. And see, and I love to tell the mistakes because people sometimes think just because we're here talking that we don't make mistakes.
Right.
We do make mistakes.
I make lots.
And we have learned from our mistakes. I have stopped an ongoing class that I thought for sure that my kids would jump into another one. I communicated through the classroom, which we know doesn't always work. And I lost a lot of my ongoing learners that way. So don't stop your class. Just like Rebekah said, recycle it. So if you have, let's say you have a 10-week class, just start that 10-week class over again with topic 1, so that if someone jumped in late, they can stay on and they'll keep filling up those spots. So I was happy to hear them talk about that. It seems like, from the backside, they can see that ongoing classes are really doing well. From a parent perspective, and I don't have any kids on the platform because mine are too old, it's a great thing. I can put on my calendar every Monday at 9:00, I have Outschool, and it doesn't change. So for parents, that's awesome. They're billed on Sunday and boom, boom, boom. If they miss it, they can watch the video. So I think there's a lot of pluses there for ongoing classes.
Interesting. I didn't know that. So one thing that I was taught when I first got started was if you do a bunch of ongoing classes, they can't give you reviews until the end, or so
you have to take a bunch
of one-time classes to build some student base. Yes,
you are correct. So one time does build you reviews because they can give you. I'm not a positive on this, but I think a student has to take an ongoing class. It's either 2 or 3 times before they can actually give you a review on it. It also does change your stats a little bit because it looks like one big class. So until it's done, it doesn't add to your class numbers. So there is a little kind of trickiness there too.
I've never done one. I just opened up my first ongoing class and I put it private to allow one student because you guys know it gets me nervous. So I figured I'll teach it for a couple of weeks and then if I'm comfortable, I'll open it up to people. Well, and that's still what I'm doing. But I just got an email with people interested in that class and I'm like, oh, I'm not ready.
Kasey, open it. You will do fabulous and you'll be like, why didn't I open this up? If you're getting emails, it means there's interest. Don't lose out on those students. Open it.
Look at you two. You both have your fingers at me.
Yes.
It's so crazy. I don't know why I get so nervous. What's that, Rebekah?
Just jump in and see what happens. You might gain a few learners. You might lose a few learners. People come and go with ongoing classes. And I've learned not get disappointed when a learner stops.
Yes.
Right.
Because you're using it as a one-time class. And then the schedule's changed and they wanted to give it a try. Okay, fine. Mine recycles quite quickly. It's a 5-week class. I'm learning, I'm making more. But I have people there who have played each thing 5 times already because they want to keep me as a teacher. So, I can recycle often. Some people come and leave after the 5 and some people keep staying. Like, I played this big game before. I know, I'm making new games. Just wait. I do math games for K1.
The great thing about that is like I said, we all encourage to start one-time classes. You can think of an ongoing class as a one-time class. They can hop in and they can be like, this is a great fit for me. Or you know what? It's not really a great fit for me. Or maybe a class they really want to take or really have been waiting to take does open up in that time spot. So it's like Rebekah said, yes, it kind of is a hurt to the ego when some of them drop off, but there's a million reasons that they drop off. And you want the best fits in your class anyway, because they're going to give you the best reviews. And Kasey, how many years have you been teaching online?
I know. I've been teaching a brick and mortar teacher for, it's been 10 years and online for over a year.
And you're a YouTube star. So get on there and start teaching. Get
I get so nervous.
Going. Yes.
So Kasey, we're talking about ongoing classes. Do you have any ongoing classes?
No, I don't have any. I don't have any. I'm kind of scared to do it, but I've had a lot of students that have been like, "Oh, this is just a one-time class," and I'm like, "Yeah, sorry." And they're like, I want to do more." I'm just like, "I'm so sorry."
We're scolding you too, Casey. You
Oh,
need to
no.
get on the
Mama page.
ongoing train because Rebecca and I both. It's the way to increase your income. It's the way to go. Period.
And that was the first thing they said at the town hall was that they're going to be big. And they just said ongoing classes are more popular than ever in the little flyer that I was sent. So, yeah. All right. Well, Rebekah, do you want to talk about learner spaces?
Sure. Since I'm one of the few people here who has a learner enrolled at the moment, my 4-year-old is enrolled. And so I can pretend to be her on her learner space because I don't trust a 4-year-old looking around my computer.
Right.
So I am my 4-year-old. And I like it, but there's definitely some bugs that I asked them to kind of work out a little bit. But if you want, I can share the screen. I can show you what my daughter's been taking.
Great.
Show you guys what it looks like. See, so I can get in through my teacher's thing, and then I can choose which kid to be. Do I have host capabilities?
You will. There you go.
Okay, so let me show you. Okay, this is my teacher page. Okay, so I can see here her upcoming classes. Up here at the top right-hand corner, I can click it down and I can choose any kid I want to. I have some pretend kids on there because I want to see what it is like to different age groups. I also have my daughter's cousins on there who've taken classes with her, but Esther takes them more often than anybody else. So I'll click on Esther and it goes to her specific page. It's kind of cutesy, has her upcoming classes, and it has past classes that she just took. You'll recognize some of these. This is Kelly's one. This is Mindy's. We've been taking classes with our friends. And so you can go in. Sorry about my kid. Oh my goodness. She's loud. Sorry. I like them, and I like how, look, you can do a calendar too if you wanted to see as a glance what she's been taking. She is taking some ongoing classes, which is kind of fun for her and fun for me and my checkbook. So here, what I like and I don't like, you can click on a class and you can see the classroom, the announcements. This is my friend Inga. She's an awesome teacher. Do the thing, and here is the messages to the student to the teacher. Oh, okay. Now, I asked them in the town hall, could you please add the class description and the supply list to the student page? They do not have access to those things. So as of right now, if you want to make sure a learner gets something, put it in a classroom comment because otherwise they can't access it. Only the parent can access it. And I can't even find to click on the actual class again to look to see what I need to bring to the class. So it's just a little snafu that they're working on. They're like, oh, great idea. Yeah, because I'm a parent going, well, what time does the class end? Or what do I need to bring to class? I'm trying to scramble, you know. Right. And as a student, I can't find that out. But I like how it looks. And it looks kind of, you know, fun. And it doesn't look too childish. People are thinking it's going to be too childish for the kid. I don't think so. I think it still looks nice. And you can see what's coming up. And so I like it. But there's still a few glitches that I want them to add more details into as a learner.
Yeah, that's great feedback for them because I'm sure they probably didn't think of it in that way, but having the supply list right there would work really nice.
Yeah, to do the supply list, I have to go back to my parent account, and then I have to go into, like, wait for it to load, then I have to go into, until they get rid of it, I can still see all my learner schedules here, and then I can click on, like, say one of these, and then I can go into the parents. The For Parents tab is here. Okay. Here's where I can see the meeting times and the class description and the supply list. That's where I can see it as a parent. The kids can't see it.
That's why a bunch of parents are missing the supply lists.
Yeah. So, interesting.
Rebekah, is my internet okay, guys?
I had a question for Rebekah just real quick. So that was awesome for me since I don't have parents to see that side. So thank you for sharing that. Would it be helpful? This is just from a teacher perspective too. Would it be helpful to in the welcome email? Because doesn't the welcome email show up in the classroom? Would it be helpful to go ahead when we're creating the class and add your supplies in the welcome email so you don't have to do it twice?
I do that. I do science classes and I have the supply list in the class description, in the welcome email, and the supply list. I just put it everywhere. Okay. So they have no excuse to not know what to bring. And that's a good thing with the classroom posts. Everybody gets the welcome message when they come in, but ongoing kids only get messages after they've enrolled. They will not see any old messages you can to anybody else. So if I send out a message the day before class reminding them and somebody enrolls 30 minutes before class, they don't see that message. So I have to make sure that, kind of I'm on top of it, or it's in the welcome message that's generic enough for everybody, because they only see from the time they enroll to the present.
Right. Very good to know.
Yeah, great to know. Great to know.
Definitely. I'll have to start doing that.
Mm-hmm. And none of us would have been able to look up the learner space but her.
Right. Yeah.
Even though she's loud. Hopefully you heard my voice over this crazy, she needs a nap kind of girl.
So cute. Hey, we keep it real on this channel. We've got, there's too much going on to worry about things. Cindy Bennett said, I just had a parent ask me to start an ongoing class for finger knitting. Fun. Ongoing classes I like as a parent because you pay once a week. Cool. So I just set up an ongoing class and they said, well, after the first month, can you lower the price for us? And I was like,
sorry, as a parent, I'd rather pay like $10 a week than $40 for a month all at once. That $40 sounds a lot. Okay, 10 sounds a little, but it's the same price. But somehow it just sounds more flexible. You can come, you can go, it's weekly, a little bit more easy to digest for a parent.
That makes sense. Good. All right. So something else they talked about with the safety division, they came on and talked about reporting. And for me, I've always been a mandatory reporter as a teacher where I worked. So I didn't even think about other people having this conflict or this question of whether to report things. So to all the teachers out there, if you see something that's happening on camera, you need to let them know. You let Outschool know right away, and they will look into it. They have the recordings and they have the resources to help. They have professionals in that field that can help you out with that. So she also said, let me find my notes here. There is a, help me out, a link that you can click to find out your state's like requirements or what your reporting is. But to me, to feel safe and to feel like I'm serving the students that I teach, if I see something, then you say something, you know what I mean? So do you guys have any thoughts on that?
Oh, I agree totally, Kasey. And I think it's a little bit different, especially for those of us that come from the ESL world, where we have seen things that we necessarily don't agree with that may be acceptable in some other cultures. So because Outschool is a national platform, I think we have to be careful with that as well. But I always err on the side of report and let somebody else figure it out. So.
Yeah. I mean, if you see something on the camera, then they're going to see it too. And if they find that, yes, it's valid, we need to look into this, they're going to look into it. But if nobody ever says anything, then somebody could be living in a situation that's just not a good situation. So anybody else thoughts on that?
I agree for sure too. And I haven't had anything like that happen with Outschool. Like, with VIP Kid, I've had some things happening. I'm like, oh, but yeah, haven't had that happen at Outschool yet. But I definitely agree. I would totally, let them know that this is going on, because I mean, why not? The poor kids, you don't want those kids to be dealing with that kind of thing at home. So,
right. Yeah. And I think, was it their email? I think is safety@Outschool. I mean, if not, you can find it on your in your teacher portal, but I'm pretty sure it was safety@outschool.com. So let's see. Cindy had a question. For ongoing classes, how do you unenroll for 1 week? Rebekah, is that your answer there? I think they have to unsubscribe and come back.
I had the same question too. Like, what if I just want to pause for a week and I don't know of a way to pause? I think they have to unsubscribe and then they have to re-enroll the next week if there's room. Now if it fills up, then it fills up, and or maybe you can talk to the teacher and say, hey, can you like add an extra spot for me? If, you can snag a little bit. But just as a little caveat, if you increase the price of your ongoing classes, people who are already enrolled will be grandfathered into the old price.
Okay.
But anybody who's new is the new price. So if they unsubscribe and come back in, they've lost that grandfathered position and they're now paying the new price forever. So just
gotcha.
as a little heads up, that's the way it works.
Yeah, good thing to add. Cindy.
No, I was going to mention to Cindy real quick too. So a lot of times, like several of one of my classes is full and all sections are full. So most of my people will tell me they're not going to be there, but they don't unsubscribe because just like Rebekah said, if they unsubscribe, chances are they may not get back into my class.
Yeah.
So a lot of families, and I know Marianne Bird that I speak with a lot, she does a lot of ongoing classes. She said that a lot of parents they'll just pay for the week and watch the video if they get a chance because they don't want to lose their spot.
Excellent. Well, at least they can watch the video. I was thinking like, do you reimburse them? But if they can watch the video, then cool. All right. And Cindy agreed, send a ticket. It's all recorded. They can check it out for safety. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, gift cards. Were you taking that one, Rebekah?
Yeah, I'm taking all of them today. No,
Go for it.
got crazy kids. I'll do that because it's happened to me recently, and it's happening to me again. These gift card enrollments, just cool. So one person found a class of mine, and they said, I want to turn it into a birthday party class. Great. And so she was like the first one to enroll, and she bought out the rest using these gift enrollments and gave it to her child's cousins, and it became a birthday party for them. Great. So then I decided to make an actual birthday party class where they can choose any of my classes to make for their birthday party. And then the mom will buy out all of them individual, and then they will email the link to all the other learners who will then enroll using those funds. So like one will buy all of them. And I actually have some private classes coming up for some winter camps where a group of kids want to all take it together. So one mom's going to buy all like 8 spots and then just send the link out to be redeemed.
Oh, wow. That's
so
cool.
Right now it has TBD for the learner, to be determined. And then once they enroll, it becomes that person's name.
Oh, okay. I guess that helps Outschool too to get more students on the platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure what happens if like they're not redeemed, or you just have to work with the parent to see what happens to any extra tickets. But I like the fact that they can keep a group of kids together and say, hey, we have a cohort we meet anyway, let's all take the same class together.
Yeah. Very good.
And there is an actual tutorial on Outschool of how gift enrollments work, what buttons to push, how to do it. So there is like a walkthrough in case a parent is confused of how do I do this. You can send them that link.
Yeah, good. So winter break camps, I guess, are like summer camps. They can meet, it says, these classes can meet at least twice in 1 week to let kids connect with others, have fun, and learn from you. These can be academic or interest-based. So I guess winter break camps are starting to get popular. So they said they're anticipating a big interest in that in the coming weeks. So, but I would think that's already going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one that's available for next week. My schedule's filling up, but I did have Outschool ask me if I could have one of my classes as part of a group of winter camps. So they pick certain teachers and certain classes and say, hey, can you offer this class for the kids? I'm like, oh, that's cool, I can do that. Kind of like a featured teacher type of thing.
Yeah. So one of the things that I took away from the Outschool town hall meeting was one of our new marketing partners, which I thought was pretty exciting. Kids Bop. Have you guys heard of Kids Bop before?
Yeah, heard of it.
Like I listen to
That's
Kids
awesome.
Bop music and all of that in my classrooms. We would dance to Kids Bop all the time. So I think that's pretty cool. Now, you watch the town hall, so correct me if I'm wrong, but the kids can sign up for these particular classes, and Kids Bop will teach it. But how it helps us teachers is it's getting more students to the platform. And they found that just getting the students to the platform helps all teachers, because once a child's on the platform, they figure they're going to stay and take more classes. Because at first I'm like, well, if they're teaching the class, how is that going to benefit us? But just getting the new students to find us is kind of a whole advertising strategy for us. So what do you guys think?
I actually just put a link in the Outschool Teacher Village because I made a little thing on Canva that's like a to from Christmas present that says to you from me, and it's a free Outschool class, and it has a link, and it doesn't have to be my class. But I'm just like you, Kasey, the more people that know about Outschool, the more it's going to benefit all of us as teachers, as they start to look and see what classes are available.
Mm-hmm.
So I put that out there. People can cut and paste it and share it. At first I was the same. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Are all these Kids Bops going to take over?
Yeah.
The more kids, because I think once you get on the platform and you see it's there and you start seeing so many more interests, and like I said, I don't have the young kids anymore, but I can tell you, I would absolutely have been signing my kids up for these classes over and over again.
Like learning colors with Skittles. Taking Crikey classes.
Parents email, so I got a free class for my daughter, and I've been hooked. I'm addicted to having her take classes. She has fun. I find things that I know will interest her.
There's so many on there.
The TV.
Like, there's this one, and there's this one, and we're home anyway, so why'd you take a fun class?
Yeah, especially if you could find a fun teacher to teach that class. And Kasey, like, I want to take hers as an adult with all the animals and stuff.
Yeah, Steve Irwin and the Wildlife Warriors. I think you'd like it.
And Kasey, did you have Harry Potter ones, or are you starting to do one?
I had one, and it was really popular. Like, it was always filling up or almost filling up, and then they took it off because of all this stuff going on with Harry, with Universal and everything. Yeah. And it was just like a big thing. And then so they said, if I wanted it, like, I can't put it back online because a lot of the parents commented and they were talking about Harry Potter directly. So I can't have it on there because the name is associated with it, even though I've changed the whole description and everything. But they said I can't have it just Harry Potter related. Like, it could be Harry Potter maybe mixed in with other movies or other things, but it can't just be Harry Potter. So I haven't put it back online. I haven't reworked it yet, but it was so fun and my students loved it. So
I was thinking of you because I got these cool little stars that I ordered.
Oh, yes.
From our other friend page, and I was like, oh, Harry Potter. Kasey will like these.
I know, my sweater is a Ravenclaw.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Kasey, Miro, you need to get your Steve Irwin class ongoing. I promise you it would fill. Now, I will tell you, one of the things I've noticed that I've just said, you might want to add Bindy's name to that because she seems to be the real popular one now.
Right. Yeah. She is Bindy and Robert.
Yeah, so that I think would fill really. I mean, if it's doing well, I would put that ongoing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll have to look at that for sure. Thanks, Paige.
You could probably reach out to her too. Like, she is
to Bindy.
She's such a down-to-earth person.
She does seem awesome. I have her autograph on 2 things. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. I'll have to look at that for sure.
I will tell you real quick while I'm on here, because when you said reach out to Bindy, so I do a book club, and I reached out to one of the authors, and she joined, and I asked Outschool if this was possible. She joined my book club. She came in and talked to the students and talked about how she wrote the book, it was so dynamic. But awesome. I'm thinking along those lines, the reason I'm saying that is because right now authors can't go out and do book signing tours.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they are, looking to find other ways.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I just messaged one today.
That's a
How
good idea.
ironic is that?
yeah, that is ironic. Yeah. So it was so cool. It really was cool. And she's agreed she's going to come every month and talk to my group because she has a
Wow.
series. So
That's
it's kind of cool.
cool.
I'm
That's
sure you guys all
awesome.
know who I reached out to since I do so much with her.
Yes.
And I just learned I've been saying her name wrong. So shout out to Deborah Deason. I've been saying Dyson. It is Deason. I just heard her speak. So sorry.
Very nice.
All right. So let's see. We've talked about the marketing partners and something big that came out, open house. So anyone want to dig into that? It's just like it sounds like, it's for parents and teachers.
I mean, I'll chat about it. I did apply for it, actually, before I even listened to the town hall. So I hope I did it correctly. And if I get picked, great. If I don't, I don't. That's okay too. I think it's very cool of them to be really thinking of different ways to kind of showcase their teachers. I do understand starting on a smaller scale to make sure it works, because you don't want to put something out there and it not be, good advertising for the families. So I would encourage people to definitely, try for it. And I would love, Rebekah, if you signed up as a parent to go in and check it out so you could share the parent side of it as well.
Well, that's a good idea.
To see, what it's like for us that don't have kids to be able to really sign up for that portion.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out how to sign up as a parent. Maybe I can just attend. But yeah, I will definitely sign up as a parent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know either. They didn't talk to us really about that. So I guess as a parent, you'll be getting a notification about the event. To kind of tell about that. But I do, I'm very excited about the different things that Outschool is offering. And this I thought was great. Giving people a different way to kind of showcase their classes.
So basically, teachers have about 15 minutes. It's kind of like having an open house in your classroom. Right? Parents come in, you get to talk to them, explain a little bit about what you do, what your classroom looks like, and you have about 15 minutes this time to show what you have. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And I really liked how Outschool, they were thinking about doing like 2 teachers could do it together. And then they said, no, we'll keep it 1. But then by the end of the meeting, they had said, well, if that's what teachers want, we could probably do that too. So I thought that was really interesting how they were able to adjust with what the teachers had asked for. So I think Outschool is pretty neat. I mean, I'm biased, but
yeah, it'd be nice. Like if they do this in future, I might apply to a future one. It'd be nice if like a bunch of us science experiment type of teachers got together, because we're all doing different science experiments. And I know some of my learners go see other teachers for other things. If we get this cohort of science teachers say, come take from all of us. This is not a competition. This is a collaboration to be the best for your student. Then we can all get together and going, look at the 5 of us and what we have to offer. Take from all of us, because we all are different and we do different classes.
I think that would be awesome, Rebekah. And you could even, because one of the things I was thinking about was, I teach a lot of the reading comprehension classes, is sharing too the standards that you kind of cover in your classes, so that parents know they're not just classes. I mean, mine do cover certain standards kids have to learn. So in your collaboration, if you did that with the science teachers, this teacher covers this teacher covers, those kind of things I think would be nice too.
Good. Yeah, I think it would be pretty cool to go and see. Rebekah, you have to come back and tell us how it is as a parent.
Will do. I'll figure out a way to talk about it.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, the open house is January 7th, I believe.
Yeah, January 7th from 3:30 to 6:30 Pacific time.
No, it's 1:30 to 4:30 Pacific time. She got in her mind her central time zone, because I had the same question of which time is it?
Yeah. See my cross out? That's where she told.
So it's 1:30 to 4:30 Pacific time. And then you just translate to your time zone.
That's it.
And so I'll come and go as I can, but each person gets a 15-minute time slot through those 3 hours. So there's about 10 teachers total who get to be showcased.
Well, and I think it'll be more than 10. I mean, my thought, because when I signed up, and I don't know if any of you else signed up, when you signed up, you chose which time zone, which times you were available. So I teach classes in the afternoons on that day. So there were only, or late afternoon, so there were only a few that I could actually sign up for those particular slots. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe there's 10 people for that slot, 10 people for this slot, 10 people.
Because what if I'm available to come to a meeting of a teacher at this time slot, but they teach high schoolers and I want one for my 4-year-old. If it has a span of, okay, I can choose which teacher to look at during this spot, what would my child be interested in? So maybe it is more than 10. That'd be nice.
So that's probably
what my family is interested to take.
Yeah, that's probably why parents can't sign up yet. They need to get the schedule together and everything. Interesting. I just put the link to sign up for the open house for teachers. Hopefully it works. Let me know if it doesn't. It's in the chat box. But it should take you to the site to sign up as a teacher. We don't have any information for parents yet. You know, one thing I didn't note that I really wanted to before for safety, because I have a little star by this, is they're going to start having trainings on how and what to do for safety. And I had a little star to talk about it, but unfortunately it was on the other side of my page. So that's it. Can you guys think of anything else we didn't cover? That's the notes I have.
I know, and that you actually reminded me when you said that, Kasey, because I just actually watched the town hall recap a little bit ago, is the additional security they are doing for teachers. So the additional ID verification. And I know there was some like, really, what are they doing? To be honest, I am all for that. The more that they can help protect me, I think the better. And the more that they can validate what people are saying that they do have, or they don't have, or they whatever. So, and I know they said they're rolling that out kind of in a couple phases.
Right. So I'm checking the notes here that Rebekah sent me. Thanks, Rebekah and Kelly. It says they're in beta testing for it. Yeah, so there's just a small group right now. But it does say it's a one-time step. So
it is a one-time step, and I didn't really quite understand how it is different than the actual background check. So I can't be 100% clear on that, but part of me thinks they're trying to verify other things, like, you know, possibly if you are a teacher, are you really a teacher? You know, those things. Did you really graduate from this college, or do you really, you know, that was kind of my thought, because as of right now, they don't have a way to really do that. That's not in your background check. I don't think that's on my background.
Right. But it does say to protect our learners, and we're here for the kids. So I'm here for the learners. So if there's an extra step I have to do to help protect them, then that's what we got to do. And again, the safer our platform is, the better it is for parents too. Someone was on here. Oh, Lauren Snyder was talking about how parents thanked her. She does an Among Us class, and parents thanked her for doing this class and having a safe place for their child to talk about this game and whatnot. I don't know the game, so I can't get into it, but yeah. That's all. Can you guys think of anything else?
I have a question for you real quick, Kasey. So how is your background made?
Canva. So you go to Canva, and in the search bar, you can type Zoom virtual backgrounds. And then I downloaded it to my computer, and on Zoom, where it says stop video, I just push the little arrow, and it says choose virtual background. So I can.
So you wouldn't have to see my bedroom. I could have that virtual classroom then.
Yeah, maybe. I bought a cheap, you can't tell. This is a green screen right here. So it's actually just a green sheet. You can't even tell. Wow. Hey, this is pretty good. I was worried because it's so wrinkly. But I just put up a green sheet. That's it.
Do you have to have the green sheet to use the Canva backgrounds?
You have to have a certain color, or a solid color works best is what I read. But I'm not good at all this stuff. This is only like day 4. Rebekah, do you have any more?
with the stickers.
information about that.
But yeah, it's nice to have a solid color behind you that you're not wearing, because then it works best.
Okay.
Yeah, because then you blend in.
Yeah. I lost my shirt. I did that once. I went to like a zoo and they took a picture of a green screen behind me, and I had a colorful skirt on with green in it. And it was like part of my skirt disappeared. I'm like, I didn't know you guys would do green screen. Otherwise, I wouldn't have worn the skirt today. It was like a shade of bright green. So yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's good. I
Now,
know.
Kasey, Morrow, you're using Minicam, right? Or are you using the Zoom virtual right now?
I'm using Minicam, yeah, to get the board registry.
And then this is an Amazon backdrop. So
Oh, you have
yeah.
the best backdrops. Mine don't come
Yeah.
out looking like that.
Oh, it's a big one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's cool. I know. I love Amazon. I feel like that's better because I've tried the virtual things, but
Yeah.
then like part of me disappears and stuff. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. It's better.
I think I just need to zoom in more. You know what I mean?
That could
Because
be.
mine, you can see the ends of my backgrounds, even
Oh.
though they're like 6 feet. But
Right. Or sometimes I move my computer, just I move it forward or back or whatever. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I use mine, look.
Yeah.
You need a solid sheet. You look like a ghost.
I think it's because your clothing skin is the same color as the white wall behind you.
Okay, so it doesn't.
It's completely different than what you're wearing.
Okay.
But it's fun. Like, oh. Yeah.
No, I love that. But where I teach, I really can't right now anyway. Where I teach this is where I teach. So that's what's back there. So I don't have any big elaborate thing. I'm hoping they're just looking at me.
Right?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, so like this is just Canva. I know you have Canva. You just go in there and download a virtual background and see if it'll work for you.
I'm going to try that. That is so adorable.
Nice.
I could get lost on Canva.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for this recap. And I appreciate y'all coming. And Cindy, thanks for coming in the chat, and everybody else that's here today. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Oh, next time is our goals. We're going to do a pre-recorded, but we'll launch it at the same time.